Hi, hello, welcome to Nollywood Film Club podcast. I am Mr. C of Iroko Critic, and we have a short and sweet one for you today. Yes, this one does not need too much long talk. Yeah, in fact, the less said about this, the better. Anyway, without giving too much ahead of the tone of this podcast, it is a short one, one of our shortest in a while. Let us know in the comments or follow us on Twitter and just tell us, or you don't have to follow us, just share us. Do short podcasts work for you? I think some of these podcast platforms might have a comment section. Let us know if the short podcasts work for you, if it's a better thing. But yeah, I really enjoyed this conversation, and I hope you enjoyed Nollywood Film Club discussing A Simple Lie. Welcome everybody to Nollywood Film Club. We discuss Nollywood movies every week. Today we are going to do A Simple Lie. We'll say the good, we'll do the bad, and we'll do a summary. Pushback if there's any. All
And
right.
as always, Mr. C has already started complaining.
I have not started.
You already started complaining.
Okay. I did not say anything bad about it. I was just saying. Anyway, all right. Fi, you actually, you were first. Vanessa, enjoy second position. Fi, please tell us some of the things you liked about A Simple Lie.
All right. Hi, everyone. Hi, Film Club. So these are the things I liked. I like that it gave vibes of The Visit with its cast revealing truths at dinner. In this film, I liked how each lie was revealed and how it was like a punch each time. I loved it and I couldn't stop smiling. I liked Fade's character. She kept the tempo up and mostly controlled the direction of the conversation. I liked how blunt she was. I liked the chemistry between her and Boma. It seemed more natural than anything between her and Donna. Boma's character was also funny in her own way. The makeup was good for the ladies, I feel. I liked that the film was mostly limited to one location. I really liked how the men were styled in this film, a lot more than the women, but the ladies had nice outfits in some parts. I liked how this film highlights so many things. First of all, how whatever you tell a person, lie or not, is no longer a secret when shared. I laughed at the number of times the characters were like, I thought I told you not to tell anyone. I feel like that was funny but real. Then he also highlighted the desperation of women like Boma. I like how they spoke on how she lied on the actual status of the relationship, the way she spent money to keep him, and her big lie for him to return to her life, all because she felt lonely and was unmarried. In contrast, I also liked how Professor X's lapses were shown as well, not refusing the money she sent to him. I can't believe she funded his education to China. Come on, his education in China. It was so funny when Fade was like, we still don't know what he studied. They also highlighted how he didn't tell her he wasn't as interested or so focused on Donna and more attentive to her when they were all in the group. He didn't care. And she finally acknowledged that. And I feel like that was a nice thing to see. You have to take the hint, even though you don't want to see it. Then I love Jessica Obasi's in this. She was so funny. She's one of my ladies. She's so hilarious. Then Auntie Biodun acted well too. I was surprised in a good way. I like the films she directs. I feel this is one of the first light-hearted ones I've seen from her. I liked how it ended. It was hilarious. And a lot of the dialogue was funny and they had good rebuttals. I liked the writing, to be honest. Didn't feel there were many holes. I think it flowed well, especially when they acted in the central scene. I also like the main song for the film. Oh, I really like the song. Honestly, I liked how I found this so funny and entertaining. And these are my likes. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, this is actually, but this is why I like Fi. I know at least, except if your film is really awful, Fi is going to find the silver linings and the great things in your thing. And actually, if I just generally, if I just generally has a different perspective and always knows how to articulate it, I always appreciate that. All right. If you want to say something, but you don't want to come up and speak, you can just use the comments. We'll read your comments out. And Vanessa, what did you like about A Simple Lie?
Hey God.
Nina, yeah.
Fine, thank
I
you.
muted you.
Because
No, Vanessa.
Yeah, saved this film.
um I
Um,
guess
my God.
my good is that it was short. Um
Not my God, you guys are actual criminals. The two of you are criminals. And you people crumble, the both of you. Go on.
I'm trying. I'm actually trying. Honestly, these giggles are nervous giggles. Okay. I like that it was short. Another good, I guess. Um 65 65% of the time I liked Kiki as Fade. 65% of the time.
So you're saying 65% of the time you liked her 100% of the time.
65% of
Yes.
the time I liked her. Who again is another good? Kí ló wá good níbi fíìmù yìí Jehovah. Have I said it was short?
Yes, you have.
Ah, okay. But it was short, and 65% of the time I liked Kiki. I don't have anything else to say.
Screaming.
Wow. All right. Okay. Oh my God.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Who are the people that picked this film? Because why people not here? In fact, I need to be closing this off for the people who have to speak about this film. If you are going to be voting a simple lie in the masses,
You
at
have to come
least
and speak
you
on
have to
it.
come and even the okay. Anyway, Mrs. C, go on. Everybody says Vanessa, please take it. Vanessa, easy, easy. And in fairness,
I
she
am
did.
one, oh, please, you people should help me.
Okay.
So,
Wait, hang on. Erika just came on.
okay.
So she can still any single one you have.
I have nothing.
Erika, go.
Okay. I came because I felt kind of bad for this movie that nobody else is here as much. The movie was good about it. The costuming is good. Uh, this I think I read somewhere. Someone wrote an article. I think it was. I know I read in this article that was like the guy that played. What's the name of the guy? The guy that the two women are fighting over. Not the married one, the other one. It's been a little while since
Xavier.
Kachi.
Xavier. Okay.
Xavier.
Xavier,
Kachi.
thank you. Xavier, I heard that they casted him because he had like the cast. She said she casted him because he had like a show highs. That's what I read. I don't know what the article is, but that's what I read. I'm like, okay, the guy really does look around and keeps on looking at the woman that he likes. With really, he acted that role very well. So props to it. Um, the the structure of the writing, like I as like releasing the secrets that I'm not saying I like what the content is, but like the structure and the way to like write that, I think that yeah, the author was very much in control of that. I don't like what she chose. It's not I don't like all of them. I just thought that she was too focused on sex and all of them having sex with each other, except the, all of them having straight sex with each other, you know. Um, that's the only secret that matters in this relationship. And it doesn't even deal with, oh no, that's going into the negative. The costuming is nice. Uh it wasn't bad. It's not a bad movie. It's a relatively competent basic movie. That is that it was entertaining within watching it. If you just put it on to watch, you'll be okay with it. It wasn't offensive. That was it wasn't no, offensive might not. It wasn't Akina Popo, the movie. It wasn't that. It was relatively competent and a relatively average filmmaking for this type of movie. And that's a good. And the costuming too is good. And some of the performances too are okay. And just to say, the woman who plays she does. I think I thought she did very well. There are moments where she might have gone overboard, but for most of the time she didn't go overboard. And
Is your percentage more than 65%?
my percentage is more than 65%. I think that she was definitely kind of more of the star of the show, and I think that even some of we should give this more credit than it is to some of the the structure of the writing, some of the revelations, some of the comedy that it gave to her was actually funny. Was more situational comedy about the situations that they were in, and yeah, it's more than 65 for me. It's more like 80. It's more like 85, and the remaining kind of 15% is like, I think it's more writing than what she was doing. I think she was probably good, and I think the performances were okay, and it was probably one of the things that saved the movie, and also like the structure of the writing and the directing was competent enough, so it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't a waste of time.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Yinka. I'm gonna read out a tweet and then we'll go to Omoduji. All right. Ebebe says, for her, I liked the idea of escalating chaos, nostalgic moments to the visits. The makeup and costume was lovely. I like the general color theme. It was a pop. I like Kiki and love catchy Notcheri's acting. I liked it was a short timeline movie. All right, fair enough. Thanks, Ebube. If you want to send in your comments, we read it. Blah blah blah.
Did you just blah blah blah?
Yes, that's exactly what. Anyway, Omodudu, please go on.
One. What do I like about A Simple Lie? I think I like the costuming. Yeah, I like the costuming. Actually, everyone looks good in the movie. The performances, they were kind of like average, not bad, not too good, but they were just there. So I think I like that because Nollywood, if you would have bad performances, yeah, bad. But I think the performances were okay in this one, but not great. I think I like that this movie kind of like gave us women who are sexually liberated in a way. Like, it didn't kind of slut shame women. I don't think you get what I'm trying to say. Like Fadi, the funny girl, the kind of I like the character at first though. Um, okay, I don't want to go into bad, but I kind of like the the way you know the character was being put out there that she's sexually liberated. She's this kind of girl. She likes fun, and what is what I like? Ah, I think those are the only things I like. Oh. Those are the only things I like.
Voila. Voila. I don't know about. Yeah, it's difficult. Anyway, we'll get to my section in a bit. Terrera, please tell us some of the things you liked about A Simple Lie. Terrera, are you there? No.
Yes, I'm there. Good evening.
Good evening. Hi, welcome.
I actually picked Wildflower, but everybody picked a simple lie. So, anyway, I'm not sure. The truth is, I watched the movie because it was a Biodun Stephen movie, and the first thing that attracted me was the way Bolaji. The lady that was the wife Bolaji Ogunra, the way she dressed was so nice. They had nice dress ups. They had nice setting. I like that they did not. I liked that each of the characters knew what they were supposed to do. However, the problem is, did they do it well? That's another question. I like that they knew what they were supposed to do. I understood the message of the movie. I understood that it's what you don't want people to hear. Don't tell a third party. Anybody can throw you under the bus at any time for any reason. I understood that relationships are actually very complex. In that simple garden, we had a lot of complexities in relationship. The truth is, I have more complaints about that movie than actual love for the movie. So I think for now, I'll just ease up on my little compliments and wait till my session for where the complaints are coming in.
She called it a session.
We plenty with this section, no?
Session. Oh God. All right, Mrs. C. What did you like about A Simple Lie?
Yeah, they say if you're just going to be repeating what other people have said,
I want to say your husband has said it all.
I might not say shit, but my film club people have said it all. But I did like that it was short. I like that Kiki, right? That's the person playing Fadi. I liked for the most part, like everybody else.
5%.
I did enjoy her. For the most part. It is, and never mind, that's the name. But yeah, I did enjoy her for the most part. Also, like when we weren't overdoing the accent, I just really enjoyed that she had a normal Nigerian sounding accent when we weren't playing it up for dramatic effect. You get what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, somebody's not doing an accent. That's great. So I liked that. What else did I like? That first party looked nice. The Bomas Eat and Mingle. It looked like good vibes. Like I could go there and eat. So that was nice. Also, you know what? This one was vibes. I'm just going to count it as vibes.
What do you mean by the film was vibes?
Vibes. No to reason. Vibes.
Are you putting this in the good section?
Yeah. Yes. It's not you that will tell me what to put in my good section.
Okay.
Vibes.
All right.
Okay. And that's it. That's me.
That's it?
Yes.
All that time you had to think. How many people have spoken? That's all you could come up with.
I'm supposed to push it out of my... Sorry.
Okay. All right. If you want to drop anything, positives, negatives, well, we're in the positive section, but if you want to drop, please use the comment section. If not, yeah. All right. So the things that I liked about A Simple Lie. Without repeating anything anybody has said, I don't. There's honestly, there's just nothing for me. But to be fair, some of the things that I'm going to complain about in the bad section, they're not always horrible or bad. They're just not for me. But there are also some things that will be, I think, horrible / bad in the bad section. But I don't know. There's usually I have something to say. I will state out first, like, you know how I watched the movie. I tried to watch this movie. I've watched this. This movie has played with me behind. I've played this movie on the TV with me 3 times from beginning to end. I imagine I've seen all of it, right? But I've been so bored by it that I have zoned out many a times. I think once was with guests, and I think was just speaking through a lot of it. But like, I zoned out so many times through this. So it's good for having in the background. It's good for having in the background if you don't, because I'm usually one of those people who likes to pay attention to the movies. I don't like pressing phone usually when I'm watching movies and all of that. But they just came to a point where I was like, okay, I guess I know the kind of film this is. And if this is that type of film you like, you will enjoy the film. If this is your type of film, you enjoy it. Okay, I guess that's a good. All right, enough of that waffling. Let's move on to the bad. All right, Fi.
LOL. So I'm here with my dislikes. First of all, Donna's contacts. Yeah. Donna setting Boma up with Xavier, so messy. Saying that she saw that Boma was lonely. What the actual hell? Because she's lonely, you set her up with a guy that's obsessed with you. It just seems so egotistical, and Donna is definitely an enemy of progress. Then I didn't understand Donna banging on Boma's door when she heard about the cancer. Hadn't their dynamic changed? I feel like she was very entitled. Even shouting at Boma saying, "Do you know how worried I was in regards to Boma's health?" I was confused, and I'm sure Boma felt the same way. Then I heavily disliked the Xavier character. He didn't even go to check on Boma when she was supposedly throwing up in the bathroom. He brought he brought pepper soup with Donna in mind. That was sickening. Also calling Donna's name in bed and saying, "I thought I begged you not to tell anyone," when he was exposed. Silly. Then the lighting in some places, like the scene between Donna and Azim, the light was quite bright, making Donna's face look white in the scene. It wasn't too flattering, you get me? Then I feel Bolaji is good in some performances, but it feels like she plays the same person. From the way she shouts and expresses to the way she speaks, and then she was like she was trying to like form an accent in certain parts and it wasn't flowing. I just felt like it seems as though I'm seeing the same character in different places, but like with different outfits and different roles. So it just felt the same to me. I don't feel like we got to know the details about Buma sleeping with Azim and then how Azim went about hitting his wife. I feel like I'd have loved to know a bit more. Then Buma's delayed allergic reaction was funny because I thought it was more appropriate to have an immediate reaction. Yep, that's me. Thank you.
All right, okay. Thanks, Fi. I just wanted to read one more good that came in. It's basically similar to some of the things that have been said, but the king's daughter always says, "I like that. I liked that it was chaotic. I like that there were no accents, and also how they used the space. It was really just vibes and nothing too deep." So I guess more people saying just vibes. Okay, all right, Vanessa. What do you want to add? Do you want to add to this? What did you not like about A Simple Lie?
Hey God, first things first, let me get this out of the way. All of una, sorry, man, no vex. All of una where they mention costuming among your good.
Here we go again.
Our fashion correspondent is on the
Here we
mic.
go.
Hey, wahala. See, me, I want to know that our what is our job description, guys? Sef? Life coach is on. No. Life coach is on. Is it that people do usually walk around in the daytime with that robo scarf that they put on her head? Well,
Well,
let's even leave that by the wayside. But I just know that way anybody, all these people, that's why I've been laughing since morning. Any costume among good. Oh, let's move on. Toh. Another thing I notice you people are saying, I'm sorry. In fact, something you people are saying nostalgia because it's chaotic in the same vein of the visit. See, I know this is about simple lie, but what we will not do is put false equivalency with the visit. I am not saying in any way, shape, or form that the visit was a perfect movie, because Biodun Stephen was probably just starting out back then. There were things that she didn't know back then that she probably knows now. I don't know. But there was a reason why the visit worked. Even the whole premise of people just gathering in a room revealing secrets, honestly, very far fetched. None of us would do that. Just because the concept of a secret is that it's not supposed to be told. So I don't know why you will gather 4 to 5 strangers in a parlor and they are telling everybody the secret. But concepts and premise aside, the reason why The Visit worked was because all the actors had insane chemistry with each other in The Visit. Nse and Blossom, palpable. When they fought, when they made love, when they laughed, when they cracked each other up, it was hilarious. And it wasn't just Nse and Blossom who had chemistry. It was Nse and Femi Jacobs. It was Blossom and Femi Jacobs. It was Nse and Ebere Mikinwizu. Those four people, the reason why a living room set film like The Visit worked with four people is because those four people had chemistry. And so it did not feel awkward. You say this is a simple lie. They just gather people. And they gather two of them being darlings of Biodun Stephen. Mind you, I love Biodun Stephen. But she puts Bolaji and Bisola, two people who she's worked with before and probably worked well with before, you know. I'm talking Ovi's voice, what's her face? The other film. The one that she was pretending to be somebody else. I've forgotten the name. But she's worked with these two women before, and I'm sure she figured, they've done well for me in previous projects, and this is going to be fine. And so she just put people together, and none of them had any chemistry together. I'm sorry, I did not buy for 1 second that Azim and what's her face, Boma de Avav says. I did not even buy for any second that at any point in life, Boma and Donna were friends. Every single person in that space felt very awkward and annoying. And so all of you just sitting down here and somehow all of your lives are into, people are just shouting for shouting's sake. Abba. Who is going to buy that? I'm sorry. It is not making sense. Even, do you know the funny part? Anyway, the name of the film is A Simple Lie. Emma Binu, I'm actually quite upset. The name of the film, Simple Lie. But that simple lie is what devolved into all this hula balu. I don't know. The lie God self don't make sense. The lie don't make sense. Okay, so you happen upon a X. Mind you, I don't know. Mind you, this stupid X Oshi, X Oribu, X Iwere that was calling somebody else's name in the bed with you. In the middle of coitus, according to Boma. You walk into cause I happen upon this young man. And because you are not wearing makeup, you decide to lie Oribuku. So even if she want to say she's sick, she can't say, oh, I'm just recovering from a bout of typhoid. Abby? No, you have to go all the way. But I'm dying. Why? Just say you are a pathological liar. Because all of this, honestly, you are a pathological liar. Because anybody, I get it, you don't want to run into an ex not looking your best. But cancer, Abba, a little typhoid. So honestly, just say, I'm just recovering from a bout of it's not funny. Just say I'm just recovering from a bout of typhoid and I'm coming from pharmacy. Abi Beko? No, you went go and lie Oribu. For what? For what? A stupid man. A stupid idiot. I'm sorry. They are bringing me back to that Xavier of a human being. Anyway, you people like how they dress the men. I'm sorry, this fashion thing is really bothering me. I don't know.
Yes.
You people say, so you like that swingy green,
Not that one that I wore in that central
that
scene. No,
green,
I didn't like that one. The
that
other one that I
green
was wearing,
monstrosity.
that green one
That
wasn't cute.
That green
green. What was
monstrosity
he
That
is what
green one
you
wearing?
wasn't
like.
cute. It wasn't cute. No, I don't.
Ha! I don't know. I wanted to say, like, what are they wearing? That people talk about you like how they dress the men. What was that man wearing?
There were other
That looked like
scenes.
King James. That man was wearing. You people should please. I'm sorry. And then all of them were not lying or stupid lie. And you know the sad part? You know how something usually builds up and boils up into a climax? This was flat. None of the reveals, I'm sorry, Fayo, none of the reveals were as hard hitting. I don't know, maybe me, I have heart of stone. Because none of the reveal was revealing, no. Because you already revealed to us minutes 15 into the film because she don't have cancer. So what else again do you now want us to be? What is the anticipation?
The devolving is
I
the
beg
devolving. You mentioned
Jagbara,
it now. Also bad.
because by the end, nearing the end of the film, when Fade should open her mouth, Donna is lying, no, it didn't have any effect now. Kò ní effect kankan. When Fade opened her mouth at the end, because of a man, you are lying, you have cancer. It didn't do anything. All of them in the room say, or even me, I say, so what? You don't have it. There was nothing. There was nothing. So even when they said Fade and Nazim they're having a sexuals, it didn't move me. It didn't move me. We kuku knew pe Kelaman pe baba yen Xavier àti Ben Donna they have something doing, because even when he called down the phone, from that moment you're like, oh, they have something doing. Then when this one called down, nothing. That's what, no tension, no, what is the literary device called again self? My brain. I forgot what the literary device is called. But there was nothing to hype our anticipation for anything. Everything just fell flat. Everything just fell flat. And then I'm sorry, your blessing, Jessica Obasi, I love you. But they now went by force, they must put in comedic relief. Maybe I don't know whether they thought the 65% of the time that Kiki was working hard was not enough. They now brought blessing Jessica Obasi from the back to say, Buma don't get cancer, Buma don't die. They now started shouting. What is all that? What? No, I don't know. I understand wanting to recreate the same magic as the visit, but this was so poorly done. There was nothing. There was nothing here. And even the visit, as I'm telling you, even the visit, even me, I was like, can you people tell the truth as individuals? Will you people just open all your personal secrets for strangers? It's not possible. And even people you are falling out with, this supposes somebody who your friendship has dead. Why people now exposing? Why all of you gather in my living room? It don't make sense. And then beyond story, I watched this film with some people who were now pointing out things to me that normally I wouldn't even look. Because why is cameraman hand showing in the middle of the film? God. Because when brother Xavier was driving in the motor car, from nowhere, top left hand side of the TV screen, Mori cameraman hand. Money haba. Even in the mirror of Mboma living room, I say, maybe there's 5 people in the room. Why is there another man in the mirror with a suit and tie? Who is that gentleman? Because I've not seen this gentleman at all. Why this film was going on? Or is it when I saw Boom Mike? Which scene was that? Was it the club scene? I be the party scene. I just saw Boom Mike, another corner of the screen. It's not really. Anyway, you people like color hip hop. Where the color that reads me where the color hip hop. Even me, I don't usually focus on things like lighting and what they call it, and color, sound, I want can. But when the story of the film is not having it, you now start focusing on things like sound, lighting, color. What's the color? I'm sorry, this is one of the ugliest. Jehovah, forgive me, and I love me, Auntie Biodun, Emma Binu. But this film is ugly. The colors were not coloring. Go poppy. The framing of see me sounding like somebody that knows filmmaking. The framing of some shots. What am I saying? The framing of 90% of the shots is not framing. Because the blocking, not even a single bit of blocking. You will be wondering, why are you shooting from this particular angle? Yeah, you have such a little space to work with, living room. Look for interesting ways to make this living room look wider than living room. No, could look nice. But life mob like it didn't look nice. Honestly, this film, sometimes you will forgive some things because pretty pictures, great gowns, beautiful gowns. Go gown, it didn't gown, it didn't beautiful, it didn't great. To be honest, I tried. I've watched this film twice because of Film Club. I watched it when it first came out because Biodun Stephen. I just closed my phone. I said we're going to pretend that this never happened. Only for me, only for me, 2 weeks later, you people went to go and vote this film. So I had to go and watch it again, a film club. Why? Auntie Biodun, I'm hoping that this is not one of your babies, that you don't hold this film tight to your chest. Because it's not it. It's not it. I'm done. No, everybody. Emma Binu, I tried. I really tried. I gave it my best shots. And it didn't shot.
Well, energy for the good, Vanessa.
You say waiting?
Wait, I think people don't tell me this thing.
Energy for the good, Vanessa.
Emma?
When they call us haters now.
But Edro, no, mo try. Mo wo film 2 times.
Don't tie this thing to your chest. It's vibes.
So if I wasn't feeling the vibes now, what people now want from me?
All right. Okay. I'm going to read some of the comments before we move. Inka says, I knew Vanessa would come from a life coach, come for the life coach fashion. Well, yeah. All right. Okay. I think I'm on to this next, and then so fine, don't worry, we'll come to you. I feel like yours is pushback. Don't worry, there'll be time for that. I think this is going to be a short space, beautifully short. Well, as long as we don't have 3 Vanessas lined up.
Didn't Oyinko talk before me? I think Oyinko came before me.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, sorry. Oyinko, yeah.
Thank you so much. Because I don't know, Mrs. C, I've never done anything to you.
Wow.
And suddenly you've just been forgetting.
I would never claim anybody from Nollywood Film Club's hands are clean against me. People are filled with Mr. C hates. But go on.
I have supported you. I have stick out my head for you. Okay. So the bad for me, the content of, like I said, the structure of the writing not that bad. The content of it, I disagree with. I wish that something a little bit more should have been done. That's best to say it. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's just a different choice, different choice, something. I wish that the focus of the relationships that they are trying to put out is not all about. Sorry, my grandmother. She's not. She's really old. Okay. I wish it was different. I wish like it wasn't just all focused on sex. It's just all of it is sex. Every single one of them. Even like they never gave us a reason. Although sometimes you don't need a reason for why people are obsessed or in love with somebody or think they are in love with somebody. That's emotional. I should stop that. I should realize that characters are not people. But like they never give us a reason why this guy is like absolutely going crazy for this one woman, knowing that she's married, and it's just like crossing the social line so many times. Never gave us a reason. Sorry, my God. Never give us a reason. Like there could be more done in assessing those reasons, those things, without just it going into the physical act of sex. Because all the things that they apparently all did wrong was really just have sex with each other. The big something was there was no like, oh, focus on emotional betrayal, not even focus on people's relationship. Like they said, like Aziz or Amis, I'm sorry, it's been like a week or 3 weeks that I've watched this movie. Aziz, the married guy, and Boma are best friends. Never focused on anything or on building that relationship at all. Nothing. Like sometimes your biggest betrayal is not necessarily, it's from like relationships that you have with people, right? Those betrayals and those something doesn't do anything with that. And they randomly have sex with each other. I slept, like this is a big deal. When she came out with, oh, I slept with my best friend. Okay, this is something big. Like why they didn't even give that much attention to it? It's just they happened to have sex with him, and there was just nothing or even the revelation of like having the sex with somebody does not even hold. How am I going to explain? They never even stay with the consequences of that on the other person, or the consequences or the implications of it. It's kind of like, oh, I went out, there's a random person that I met in the club, and then I slept with that person, like a one night stand, slept with that person. But no, that's not the issue yet. Like, these people have relationships with each other, and they have like connections with each other, that is like the implication of the sex implies something a little bit more, especially in our culture. Because if so, there is always that thing like, okay, you slept with somebody that you will never meet, you will never know, you will never something, let it go. Or versus like, he slept with somebody that has an important relationship with him, and like, that carries much weight, right? It's like asking like, will he leave me for this person? Does he want this person better? Does this does not even play with that. Like, it's so surface level. It's so ridiculous. All of the characters did horrible things, which is okay. Human beings do that. Like, but there is no reflection of what the actions that they did actually matter, you know? And it's also an okay thing to have like a very superficial storyline, that anything. But also, the one thing that kind of draws out this movie's ending is just that, um the end of the movie. Why did the movie end like that? It makes no sense. Even if it's a superficial movie, it has to end with some sort of recognition of like tying everything up. Instead, it doesn't tie everything up. It ends with actually like people outside of the core people now believing that this girl has cancer, and it's supposed to be comedic and just go with it, and just like, okay, so what is the eventual ending or reason of this movie? I don't know. I am so that thing kind of confused me. And because I thought the movie also doesn't know, I was just like, maybe it's like Dadaism. It's absurd. It's an absurd thing, and if it's absurd, I'm not going to be spending much time doing some emotional, like, intellectual thinking. I don't have time for this. I have to go. I have to go on Twitter and like look at celebrities' drama. So the movie is like, basically, to me, it's okay. It's not a bad movie. It's average, but it's also aimless. It's like a whatever, but it's not badly made. No, it's not incompetent. It's just like a small little movie that somebody made. There is no point to it. I don't understand what's the moralness of this. What is the author trying to convey? What is it just for entertainment? Okay, if it's just for entertainment, it's entertaining, I guess, but it's also very boring entertainment, because okay, they all slept with each other. Everybody could have called that from 3 miles away, since we started talking about sex, and they are all best friend, and the way they were looking at each other. And okay, that's it. Okay. That's the more something of my criticism of it. It was aimless. It was good structure. The author can definitely write as a structure, but the context of it was aimless. It was boring. It was, you forget about it in 2 minus 3 seconds. That's it.
Okay. Who is thanks for Inca. Who is our next? Who does it? Omar today says, is it you?
Yeah, I'm the one. Okay.
Right.
Kind of like, I don't want to repeat what people have been saying, but I'll kind of say that this movie is bad. It's bad. It has a bad writing. And at the point, I felt like, okay, why should I care for these characters? Why should I care for any of these characters at the point? At the point, I kind of like, okay, why did Bisola's character lie? And I was like, okay, should I care a bit, until she said she slept with her friend's husband again? I was like, okay, who is the good person in this movie? who is the good guy in this movie? Like, why are all these characters badly developed? Like, I don't know. After seeing this movie, I felt like the person who wrote this movie, what was this person thinking? You know, like, what was this person thinking? Why did you have to like do something like this? Nobody is good, and you are trying to create something like a simple light spiral out into something chaotic. But I was like, do you have to use sex like this plot to do something like to create this comedy? Because I didn't just feel it. I felt like, oh my god, sorry, there are some kids playing behind my window. So
No problem.
I kind of felt like they just wanted to give us shock factors, you know, to like wow. But those shock factors were very stupid. Sorry, I'm sorry to say that. But they didn't make any sense at all. And God. So all I have to say is that this movie has a bad writing, and at the end, I didn't. The end when they were saying, "Oh, this guy," and where I think it was Biodun Stephen. I think the Bisola's character, mother's character, was Biodun Stephen, right? I didn't. I didn't even stay to watch that part because I just saw people shouting, and I was like, "Okay, what the hell is going on again in this movie?" And I stood up, I left. Like I can't continue this movie. It's bad. The writing is bad. I'm sorry. That's all I have to say.
All right, thanks, Omodudu. Before I bring Tara to bring it home for us, let me just read some of the comments. Everybody says, well, I will not lie. One, we could have done without this story. Two, at some point, the story lost me. Three, I don't think I like the flippant use of cancer. Welcome to Nollywood. If it's not sexual assault, it's cancer. Or sometimes, if you're a Sunday affair, you can do both of them. Number four, at some point they didn't feel like friends, just individuals. And five, some parts were not plausible. I was just watching. All right, thanks, everybody. And Galax Show says Oyinka Shala's grandmother be giving me joy. There we go. All right. Okay, Tarara, please tell us what you do not like.
Good evening once again. You will know the movie is bad when everybody that said they liked it were saying it's just there, it's just for vibes, it's just for vibes, it's just a way to cover up the mediocrity of that movie. When I started the movie, I watched it because it was beautiful. No, honestly speaking, the five major characters did not have that friendship chemistry. And maybe Bisola and Kiki, yeah, at some point, but the five of them, um, Emmanuel Ekubese and Bisola did not look like friends. They even though they had been separated for a while as friends. I don't know. Yeah, some of my friends that if I don't see them for a while, when we see, there's a way we still relate. Especially when they say she's dying or almost dying, they didn't feel like friends. All the characters didn't feel like people who knew each other. I could understand the passive aggression between Xavier and Donna. Yeah, I could understand that. But the other ones, no way. They said they've had sex with each other all around. It didn't look like it. All the characters felt like they were forced to be on set at that point just to recite their line and say, oh, it's Auntie Biodun that we are doing this for at that point. Now, what is the relevance of that move, of them removing it, giving each other secret out at every point in time? As one person is saying, why do you have so many secrets? How don't you even trust your friends? How don't you preserve friendship enough to be betraying your friends on every form? Bisola was crying about betrayal from Bolaji while also sleeping with her husband. It was a mess. It was an entire mess. A simple lie was not a simple, it was a complicated lie. Were they trying to make the title an irony of the entire movie? And since the characters did not have chemistry, everything looked forced. Every single thing in the movie felt forced. It felt like In fact, I don't even know why they casted Kachi Chiri as Xavier. I don't know what is. I like him a little. He was a good actor, but he didn't fit the character, in my opinion. Yeah, it could be say he was trying to be so nerdy, kind of nerdy, but the two male characters didn't fit their roles. They felt maybe they could have, maybe they swapped them, maybe it would have been better, but he didn't do it for me at all. Let me not talk about the end when they brought Mrs. Unze to be screaming at the end. Oh my good gracious God. You know, when I saw the movie and I was wondering why people were rating it. Because people rated the movie a lot in cinemas. Thank God I didn't go and spend money to watch it in cinemas. Because I would have been mad. I would have been very, very mad. I mean, if she had cancer, like they said she had cancer, was that how they're really going to behave? Let's even assume that she wasn't lying and she had cancer. Was that really how they were going to behave? I mean, I know we can say it's writing, is a movie, but there's sometimes when you're writing something, sometimes put reviewers in mind, respect us a little. Tell them that if my friend had if my former friend had cancer and I was called upon to come and cater for her, it is at that venue that I'll be fighting for some long lost secrets. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Because at that point, and the purpose of the visit was to cater for Bisola and try to make her feel comfortable. They did the exact opposite. I don't know. Yeah, they are all selfish people. They are all self-centered people, but notwithstanding, people even try to pretend a little bit for that one day. Even if it's the next day, they will fight. They were all fighting the same day at the same time, trying so hard to be in everybody's faces, claiming I'm the baddest. Honestly speaking, I don't know how they wanted to write such a chaotic movie, but even the chaos wasn't given. People referencing the visit. I don't know how you are referencing the visit here, because the visit was funny because the characters in the visit were were practically matching. Nse and Blossom match, Femi Jacobs and Bara Makwizu match, and they gave us a very sizzling. This movie is looking like the adaptation, the force of a Sunday affair. How Sunday affair felt forced. That's how this simple lie also felt forced. It felt really forced. It felt like it felt unoriginal. Let me use that word. It felt unoriginal. And I really hope you don't see something like this again. Please, I really hope you don't, because I just can't imagine she really had, what if she really had cancer? Let's just imagine, was that how they're going to be behaving? And the one that was lying about she having cancer, there was no other disease she could think about. No, let me just cap it up. The movie was unoriginal. Simple. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, sir. All right, Mr. C. I don't know whether we should get to 5 before. Do you want 5?
No, let me do my best,
Okay,
then if
okay.
I can do her pushbacks.
Okay.
I think so. I get the concept was all these people get forced into a situation and shenanigans ensue, right? Well, secrets come out, because that's typically how this genre of film, right? This type of film, this is what happens: is everybody ends up having to be in one place, and because everyone has to be in this place, tensions are rising, things trigger people, and all these things start coming out. Everyone's secrets come out. They think of things like Knives Out, right? There's secrets are coming out because someone's been murdered. We're trying to think of like who has reason to murder this person. When I say this person had this secret with this person because we're investigating it, then we find out, actually this was whatever, right?
Well, yeah, what you're describing is almost like something written for a confined space, like almost like a play.
Yes.
Right? So
it has to be a confined space, right?
Yeah.
This is what it is. Everybody's in Bisola's living room. It really fails. It fails for multiple reasons, right? Because it seems like it's supposed to be this kind of film, right? Everybody's stuck here, everybody's under tension, and this is why all these things are coming out. But why are we tense? Right? Like, what are the stakes in this room that everybody is gathered in? Only one person seems to have stakes, right? That they discover that her cancer is fake. Right? Other people have stuff to lose, don't get me wrong, but being in this room right now, there is absolutely nothing, no reason why all these secrets should be coming out, right? Or why anybody should be scared of their secrets coming out, except this one person who is claiming to have cancer. So it's very unearned, right? A lot of these secrets coming out, I'm like, but why are you saying that? I'm not saying anything that has actually triggered you to start saying, me that have been satisfying your sexual palate for how long? Why though? Like, why did it need to come out? People have had, the couple have had big fights inside the kitchen and everybody has come back to sit down. These two men that are fighting over these women have come to blows, and then everybody has sat down. Kiki has gone to bring alcohol. And it's like, there is no reason for them to be in this confined space, right? Everybody came to visit somebody cool, but they were there for so long, right? And so many things have happened. You can go home. She's not dying today. You get what I mean? We're not stuck on a train, in a cabin somewhere. It's not an Agatha Christie novel. You can leave, right? So it just means absolutely nothing when everybody is still here. There's no reason for everybody to still be here. There's no reason for all the secrets to be coming out. And then all the secrets end up being worthless, right? We find out she lied about cancer. It turns into a joke, right? Like her family are coming crying over her having cancer and it's a joke. We find out this guy hits his wife, or he hit her that one time. It bears absolutely no weight, right? Because they finish and come back and sit down, right? Kiki says they've been having sex for how long? He goes, I don't know what he tells her. He comes back, it means nothing. She says, yes, I had sex with Xavier. It ends up meaning nothing. Oh, I slept with Azim. After a big fight, it means nothing. This is all within a span of how many hours? All these big bombshell secrets have come out and they mean fuck all. So, like I said, this film is vibes. It tried its hand at a type of, film and failed because it didn't consider why, or didn't have a full understanding of what makes those films work, right? It didn't put in a scenario that it thought of getting these people together, but didn't consider keeping them together, right? It thought of big bombastic secrets, but didn't think of A to B to C, which is a problem a lot of our films have. We want to get to different points and we don't really map out a logical route from point A to point B. Sometimes we don't even map out a route. We just teleport. Don't map out a logical route from A to B to C. So when we do that, it fails. It just is a bit of a nothing burger. And that's what happened with A Simple Lie. It didn't offend me. It just failed.
Okay. From my perspective, very offensive. This film, very offensive. It's just weird. Even calling it a film doesn't feel right. And I don't even mean that mean spiritedly or I just generally feel like it feels like a YouTube. This drama now that you put on in this is your school drama. That's what it feels like. It's not particularly that much better in any of the other departments. There's no department on here that is much more superior than your school drama.
I
Maybe
take offense to that, to be honest. My school dramas were much better quality.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. As I'm saying, okay. I'm just saying there's nothing in here that is much better in quality than anybody's like school drama. If your school has decent drama department, it's just they didn't care about anything. They didn't care about how things were arranged in the system. And look, one thing I've noticed, and here's my advice to if you see people who like Biodun, look for films written by Biodun Stephen. That's where you get all the goodies. That's where the Ovi's voice, people like Breaded Live, Picture Perfect, all the his bitters, all the, according to Vanessa, somebody's names is something. look for the things that she writes if you want to enjoy. Biodun Stevens directed. It doesn't. It can be hit or miss. That's when it's like you're open to whatever script she has picked up when she writes it, because I know she has for me, like, she has at least interesting writing. Even when I don't like what she's particularly written, I always find what she even though I don't agree with some of the things, I always find what she writes fascinating and at least interesting. They're never dull and mundane. Like Mrs. C for me has pointed out most of why all of the drama is just drama for drama's sake. There are no consequences to any of the things. Like, yeah, people are sitting down and it's almost okay. I just done my secret. Whose turn is it next to release the secret? Oh, it's your okay. You got. It's like there's no reason why anybody should still really remain there, or like there's no reason why it goes. Even at times, there's no reason why a next secret is triggered. Not again. I don't. Maybe for some they were, but like at least for a couple, me, I noticed that they went. Just sometimes it just felt like, oh, it's my turn now to say my secret, anti-I, and then you stand up and you deliver your line. And yeah, from a technical aspect, it's just very disappointing and just very immature, very amateur. Um, yeah, there's just people who like Little Black Book season 2. This is for you, to be honest. I think this is the perfect. It's like people who are into yes, I just want to watch drama. I just want to watch chaos. I know that, look, I'm not even knocking it. Yo, if that's your jam, that's your jam. Enjoy it. It's just if last film we talked about in this space was Gangs of Lagos, and I cooked that film small. So you can imagine when we are talking about on even technically a bigger streaming platform than Prime, because Netflix is a bigger. It's where you find these things, and where you find these things is usually affect your expectations. If I saw this on YouTube, I might, it would have been like, okay, it makes sense. I don't want to be seeing this on Netflix. It is what it is. I really had not a good time with this one, to be honest. And so we'll go into the pushbacks. Fi, please.
Wait,
go
can
ahead.
I get my good and my bad before y'all start pushback?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear. A test.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Good. Do your good and bad.
Oh yeah. So Simple Lie. I watched it a while ago. Not that long actually, but I think I liked. It's hard not to compare it to The Visit, of course, because it's a similar locked in one room exposing secrets concept. But I think I liked better here how the secrets happened. I found The Visit to be a lot more random, and I really enjoyed that their shared history I thought that their shared history was properly spelled out and defined almost to a fault. What else? Some of the acting was nice. That's it. And as for the bad, the story didn't make sense. It didn't make sense that they kept staying there. It didn't make sense in the first place to lie that you have cancer because of some random guy. It just didn't. The premise didn't make sense. Her motivation didn't make sense. The only person I thought who was sensible was her friend. I think Kiki was who played her friend. And so that was the only person who was like somewhat relatable because she was just laughing the entire time, and that made sense. That's the correct reaction to that situation. But yeah, that it wasn't simple and it wasn't great.
All right. No, thanks, Atas. Fi?
Yeah.
We're in pushback land. Go ahead.
All right, let's do it. This is my first pushback. Wow, cool. Okay, so so
have fun.
All right, let me try. Well, I just want to say what I have to say, and this is in regards pushing back to Vanessa Zone. The first thing I wanted to say that I wanted the record to reflect that I did not say this film is like The Visit. I said the revelation of truths amongst the cast is reminiscent to The Visit, because I love The Visit, right? And it's not the same. So I wanted that, because let it not be that when we're listening to the podcast, my perspective is lost. I like it to be clear. Then the next one, girl, apart from that green outfit that Professor X wore that we collectively don't like, the men were styled very well. I liked what they were wearing. Maybe some of us are so distraught by the film that we're unable to see it. So you get me, it's all right, I get that. Lastly, I too watched this twice. Once when it came out, and today again for Film Club. The things we do for this club. I didn't vote for it though. I wanted Wildflower, but that's what happened. So for me, I realized that despite us having different perspectives, I'm just going to continue being myself and being the lover girl in here. Yes, thank you so much for listening. Thanks.
Hey, I always appreciate Five's perspective. That's why we have you here, and that's we love you the way you are. Never change.
Please never change.
Don't allow these corrupt haters to change you.
Love you.
And all right. I think Vanessa put her hand first.
Yes, I just want to
Wow.
tell Fai that I love her.
Why, Otas, you had to unmute yourself to clear your throat, Otas? I don't know why your hand slipped.
Oh, I actually was going to say something and then I changed my mind. So
I just want to say that I love Fai. And I love that she's the one person who hasn't been tainted by our
Well, our
Guys,
speak for
please,
yourself.
there's
You
no
hater.
hour
You're the
because
number one leader.
I
You're the
like the
reason
last
why I am
episode.
the way I
Just
am
you
now.
guys.
You're the reason why I'm the way I am now.
Wow.
I was a good girl when I joined this
Can't blame
community.
me for your bad behavior.
I was a good girl when I joined this community. In fact, that's the reason why Biodun Stephen loves me. Because of
You don't get this to happen. Hi, God. These people.
because I was a good girl when people
I find it
spoiled
so
me.
hard to believe. I can't lie.
You are the leader. You are the leaders of the. You are the leader of the
When
gang.
was that?
Never
Fire.
in her life. The only person who
I
was
was
good at some
such a
point was
good girl.
Cynthia.
It's not
Never.
true.
Hey,
Look at even Otas is
hey, all
Otas
of
is
you are
not on
clicking
your
up
side in
against
this
me.
one.
Wow.
You people should call Biodun Stephen.
Yeah. How does
Hold on, but Vanessa, we also love you for
It's
who
a
you
lie.
are.
It's a lie.
yes?
You people are
As
spoiling
an
me.
hater,
We need balance.
you are
You
the
spoiled me. You have turned me to something else. Fine, please don't let it happen. Continue to be the good girl that you are. Me,
I'll try.
I've surrendered. I've surrendered
I
to
used
I
to
used to
be
be a
good.
good girl before, though. Be honest with me.
Vanessa, you tell me when you were ever love and light in this Groom Club.
See me, you want it? I was defending breaded life. I defended breaded life.
Okay, Vanessa is breaded life as proof, Vanessa.
I even managed to defend Flower Girls small alongside Otas.
Relax.
What other film did I defend against small? I defended some films though.
No.
Fine wine. I campaigned for fine wine. I'm a good girl. You just spoiled me. You taught me bad thing.
But don't you think it would be easier to list the films you didn't defend if that was the case?
Look at you
Went to
struggling.
Fine Wine. How many
Hard.
years did you watch Fine Wine?
Nah, it's a lie. But let's just fight. I love you, but let's just agree to disagree on the fashions because the fashions weren't fashioning. But
Love the
everybody,
fashion.
but to each
Love the guys'
their
fashion.
I
own.
actually like the fashion too.
I
Thought the
love you,
men
but
were
it's
great.
true, man.
Say, I miss you, Fi. I miss you.
It's not,
Which is
it's
not a good
It's a
thing.
lying.
lie.
Which is
It's a
not a
lie.
good
I can.
thing.
Although maybe it was intentional, Xavier dressing like a dickhead.
No,
But
that
it's
green
not
one.
only
I'm not.
him.
I'm not co-signing that green
It's
one.
not
Please let the
only
record
him.
also reflect that green one for the main team was not
Not
my
just the
own.
green one he wore,
It had
because
some
now
nice
thinking back to the
fabric.
shirt he wore to that party and he's still out to
Oh,
look.
help
Yeah,
me.
that one.
Hey,
I was
Bruno,
blind for that
thank
one. I
you.
didn't see
The
it.
way people are even talking as if it's only Xavier that they dress like an idiot. Everybody else in that film, they just looking foolish.
We're talking about the men here. The men styling was
Even the
better.
men, Kini men
Apart
in
from that
war. What were
green
the men
one.
wearing?
I don't know. Let's agree to disagree. Love you.
That's why I say let's agree to disagree because me, I will never agree on the fashions. So,
No, we
shouldn't
don't, and I don't
fashions.
know why. I mean, I know fashion. Let the record also reflect that.
Hey,
You're coming for my spot. Hey,
we have two fashion correspondents now. I like it. I love it. Oh,
Two fashion correspondents on the opposite side of the spectrum. You know,
Yep.
I love it. Actually, we need balance in this group. Let's
Thank
not be like every
exactly.
you.
time we speak on fashion.
Diversity is our
Exactly.
strength.
Every time we speak on fashion in this film club, is like Vanessa is just a hater. It's good. Let's have
Vanessa and
some
Fa are always
Fi.
going at it because you came for me for
Let's
another
have
one.
Fi come and be the nice person who says the fashions were good, even though they were not.
Okay,
But
what? All right,
No,
bye.
no, it's
Now
not
we
bad.
appreciate
Not
your
bad.
contribution correspondence.
All right, Anika, you have your hand up. What you wanna? Is there more pushback or just general additional comments? Whichever shall I say.
I was just I was going to point out that you are removing yourself from the evil something.
Okay,
That was it
you
though,
see how I
but
said you were
I couldn't say
part of the
anything anymore.
anti-misfit
Hold on.
bigotry.
Hold
I,
on.
I
Hold
see.
on.
I knew it.
Hold on. Hold on. But Vanessa has already corrected
I
that.
got you.
Also,
I got
Vanessa.
you.
Vanessa the people that thought that some of what's father's costumes I liked. Some of it worked well. Some of it was ridiculous. Like indeed, I knew you were coming for that woman's the life coach woman's dressing because it is ridiculous. But you know what? It is kind. What is the name of that 80s soap opera? Dynamite, Destiny. Is it Destiny or it's an American soap opera. It's in the 80s, where they dress in furs and all these things, all this expensive. Like we should expect that from from movies. But yeah, some of it was a work, some of it was not. That I was one of the people who said that though. Vanessa, I was one of the people who said the costuming
Free
was okay.
name.
Hey, but I didn't call anybody's name now. Hey, Duro, no.
But it's okay. But it's
I love
okay.
it.
Hey,
I love
art has a subjectivity. Um, guy, I honestly, I don't understand the the passion for this movie. Whether
Okay.
the passionate hate or the passionate like, because this movie was meh.
No,
Passion.
okay, I can bring back the passion for you in case you missed it from me. Um,
I
and
also didn't
Vanessa,
hear Vanessa's whole
most
thing
importantly,
because
Vanessa,
I got cut off
it's just,
from the something. So I didn't
it's
know what
just,
Vanessa said. That everybody was. All I saw was just people going, Vanessa, calm down. And I'm like, I already kind of know how Vanessa can go in. So
okay.
I didn't hear what you say,
Let me
Vanessa.
give you brief this thing. Uh, so from my side, this film does not try. In that's why I said I feel somehow about even calling it a film because I don't see any. It feels like a play you put on in like a school play, right? That people
Mm.
put on, and it's just and then this has happened, and then this like they don't have consequences. Like all the lies, they just this one's done to do this secret. Oh, this one's done to do this. It's like it just
Ojoro
things just
cancels, Mr.
happen.
C. What are you not
Yeah.
getting? After
You know
everybody
what?
has lied, -1 +
You
1 is
remember, I
0.
agree with
Okay,
you. I
let's
said
move
the
on.
movie was aimless. I
So,
said the movie
so
was
wait,
aimless.
so like I killed your sister, and then he's like, "Sat down. No, I killed your sister. All
Yeah.
right, okay, well, cool. Let's not talk about it again." It's like,
Yeah. The movie is aimless. So
Cancel.
this is what
Forgetting not cancel. She did
ne-
one cheat. He did two cheats and a slap.
I
Well,
get
And
it.
as such,
he
the
didn't do just
Ojoro is
one
not
cheat
really
though.
you
canceling.
need to
He
carry
checked.
over
She
He
did
one.
checked.
one cheat. She did one cheat. He did two and a slap.
You need to carry over
Carry over one.
one
Which one?
domestic abuse.
Carry over one
Guy,
domestic abuse and put it on her
I mean, that
setting
guy
up
beat.
a
Didn't
friend
that
with
guy
her
beat him?
leftovers.
Xavier
Yes,
beat
there
him
we
up
go.
now, so
There
that's
we
I
go.
also
like
it's
yeah.
canceling each other
How
out.
does that cancel?
This
Guys,
her
the thing
ex
is
beat him
that
up,
And there
so
was one
yeah,
cancer.
yeah.
cancel. I don't think this movie is that's why I call it aimless. Like, yeah, there was no consequences for anything. The person was just
But
trying to
what's
get
the
to their
right?
next.
If there's, okay, so and I mean this from
Wait.
especially when someone says like I don't know why there's any passion for because I'm someone who has a passion for this. Like I really don't like the thing because like for me it's just like there's no attempt at anything. It feels very very lazy. It's very 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 lazy. It's the lowest hanging fruit of oh, I know, like, if you make somebody sleep or cheat with somebody, it's kind of like an easy this thing. But like, that's all that happens in there. Oh, this one lied. Oh, this one lied. Oh, this one lied. Oh, this one lied. Oh, this one slept with this one. Oh, this one slept with this one. Without really any connecting tissue, without even trying to say, like, the way even it ends with, oh, let's just
I
keep
get
on lying. I'm like, so what was the point of anything? Why did I say? I was gonna say it's
Drama.
short. I was gonna say it's short, but like the third time I tried to watch this thing, I couldn't. I 1.5 speed, 1.5 speed is what I put it at, and like I still suffered going through it. It's just
I know.
so
But
like that's the
I
passion
guess it's
you're asking me
reaction.
about. This is the
And no,
passion.
I said when I said that I'm not coming for nobody, I meant it as like I guess it was reaction because everything I saw it too. So I guess for me, I was like, either I choose passionate dislike or I just be like, it's whatever. And just don't even think about it. Don't even like just ignore it, like just put it into the something. Except for some reason that child of plays something. It's I get you, Mr. That's why you see me like scream for Charles of Play. That one is movies. That one gets me. For some reason, I cannot throw it into the back burner. I ignore it because that one is just like for for me. There's a passion. There's a extra passionate laziness in that one, and also it's ridiculous. But for me, for your own peace of mind, the person did not put work into this thing. Don't use your your emotional capacity for it because this movie is aimless and just
Yeah,
that's
it's
my
just
own personal kind of reaction. It's aimless,
yeah.
honestly.
You're gonna be emotional after the
Yeah,
space is
yeah,
over.
that's it. Like
Just
it's
a
done,
bit of passion
and
and
also like it's just the things that
Don't.
annoy me is that because like I guess there are other films that we could have spoken about, and it just feels like a waste of time
yeah.
to have brought this to this space. It just because like it's not even. It doesn't even feel
I
like
get it.
I honestly enjoyed speaking about some of the issues with gangs of Lagos because you have to do a bit of work in sort of articulating some of the things of why it didn't work. I was like, oh, you set this up here, and it doesn't pay off. That's something that is often missed because, like, some people think, oh, like, something not paying off is like the absence of something, and it's sometimes more difficult to articulate than the presence of like somebody's hand in the camera. I mean, like, there's a huge difference between the quality of discussion we could have had, and that's part of what is this thing. But like after the space is done, I mean, like
I have a question though for
I'm not
the
I
taking
was
this
the
two.
one that raised my hand first,
yeah.
but
No, girl.
Okay, go on. Go on. Who's Vanessa? I think you put up your hand first. Go on.
it was also a question, but it was prompted by Otas actually. I wanted to ask, did anybody feel like that fight scene between Azim and Xavier remains more for them to kiss?
They were humping
I
each
said,
other,
Yes.
straight up,
okay, I
straight up
wasn't crazy
humping.
then because oh,
NSFW.
That was also the kind of annoying thing. I'm like, you could have,
because the
if
way they were
everybody is
rolling
having sex
around, I
with
was
each
like,
other, they could have
okay,
had sex with each
okay.
other too.
Like we then I should have heard that Azim and Xavier also had sex. Like
I
at
was
that
Yeah,
point, I was waiting for
Thank
I
it.
was
you. That's
waiting
all
for it
I
I'm
was
too.
saying. And that's
disappointed.
all me I wanted to find
that
out.
would
Okay,
have
so I'm
made
not
it so
crazy.
much
That's
better.
all.
A
Thank you.
pansexual, a pansexual. They should just have created a
Payment
sexual
for staying away
commune
from
for
his wife.
themselves, like the 1960s sexual commune.
The same way I wish
You
Yeah,
know,
the
this is really
Sunday
common.
affair ended with
I
these
just
people together.
what I remember about this is like we used to do. Sorry, if we used to do like films like this in like 2014, 15. Like Ghana were one of the people who took this. Everybody in a room, a family in a room, and we all find out a bunch of
In the
secrets
cupboard.
in the cupboard. It
What
was
was
the
it?
chief
That
daddy
one that
before
was
it's there, yeah, where everybody all came in and to read the man's will, and then
real.
you find out, oh, this person is not this person's real daughter, but this person
Jesus,
is
yes,
this,
even Chief
oh, and this one
Daddy.
is really sleeping
False
with this person,
circumstances.
and blah blah. Blah. It's just like, okay, right, yes, we've done, we used to do this a lot. Again, Ghanaians are the people. I remember Ghana did a lot of these films. Everybody's in the house, and then all the secrets come out. Yeah, we get it. Like it's but like to bring this in 20, I think they did this last year, March 2022, if my Nolly data memory serves me right. Last year, okay, if you want to bring, no worries, bring in something from the past. Are you going to put a new spin on it? Are you going to like update it? Are you going to do something? No, just nothing. It just feels like a deep personal attack on my time. That's what it felt like.
Also, remember the Ghanaians ones, they always have like a naked person, at least somebody that is almost completely naked. So this one is like, as much as they talk about sex, it was like,
no
there was no
nakedness.
actual showing of like people having sex. And like, I'm not going to be one of the people that complain that people should have
I
sex
think
on
that would have
something.
helped this movie, honestly.
It would have. The
It would have
Ghanaians,
been something for them to do, 'cause
I
they're
remember
tiny
the
boys.
Ghanaians will literally almost have somebody they will get as close as to how Africans can get away from like almost having almost naked people. And I remember when I first was watching, being absolutely shocked. I was like, wow, this is an African movie? But yeah, that's what helped the Ghanaian ones. This one did not have nothing. It was aimless, honestly.
All right, Atas, what you want to say before we start wrapping up? I guess if
Now my question was, I think I wanted to ask if you guys preferred the way the story in The Visit unfolds or the way the story in this one unfolds.
I kind of remember. I can't remember The Visit.
The Visit is basically like, I think one person starts reminiscing and the other person's like, "Oh my god, we went to school together. Oh yeah, that's so cool.
No, wait,
Oh
that's not
no.
actually how
Oh
it
wow."
started,
Yeah, like
though.
that's pretty much
That's
how
not
The
how it
Visit unravels
started.
itself.
It started with,
If you guys seen it and you remember it.
yes, I've seen it. It started with when Bere Mikunwizu, it was revealed that she was a famous blogger. Then Inse said, "Oh wait, I read your blog." Then
Yeah, or something like that.
Bere
Yeah.
now opened her mouth. She just jab up, you leave a comment on my blog, say your husband is a struggling musician. That's that's when Wahala now started. Because Blossom was now hurt that his wife was telling his business to the entire world on a blog that he's a struggling musician. Then they settled that one. Then it became, oh, we went to the same school. We went to Corona. Yes, which Corona? You didn't go to Corona. You don't know the name of the principal. Then it became, wait till you went to Italy. What were you doing in Italy? You were a prostitute. I actually really preferred the review in the I'm giving you guys the clip notes version. I even laughing. Then when they reviewed that Bere was a prostitute, it was now her husband trying to form a spirit coco, feeling like you know something more than the other person. Oh no, actually, before she revealed she was a prostitute, they revealed that she's an alcoholic. Yes, they revealed that Bere was an alcoholic. Her husband was offended that his wife is an alcoholic. Then she now said, Inse is cheating. Turns out Inse was not cheating, she was only using a vibrator. Then they now revealed that Bere was a prostitute. But she said she didn't prostitute, she only carried drugs. That's how she went to Italy, that she don't believe in sex trafficking. Her husband say, oh wow, sex trafficking over drug smuggling. Then it now became revealed that her husband was a cultist who ordered the
My favorite part.
her husband was a cultist who ordered the killing of many people. Then it also was now revealed that Blossom was a fake cultist. Apparently, he was an Ajebo boy forming to be a cultist. Only for us to think that is the end. It's a lie. He now revealed that actually Femi Jacob character has been cheating on his wife with his secretary, and they have 2 children because Bere
The best
Mikunwizu was
finale.
taking birth control pill. That's when Nse and Blossom now stood out and said, "Church Ikpele, church have closed." They now went back to their house. See me giving you people summary of fame.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I did not store The Visit in my head like this. All I remember from The Visit is actually I do remember Blossom and Inse being all in each other,
Exactly. It
and
was a lot better. Genuinely, I preferred the
I also remember Blossom's like fake tattoos, and maybe
exactly.
that's why he
He
was
was a fake
struggling
gangster. That
musician.
was the premise of it. He was an Ajabo boy trying to form hard guy. Honestly,
It's not even the story itself. The Visit is, I think, is a better story by miles, like altogether. But it's more so like the way the story is unraveled. So I guess if you don't remember the details, then it might be hard to answer.
no, it was
But
nice.
like,
It started with them throwing stone into their neighbor's house, and they broke the man's window.
no, so like the moment when they enter Achida's house, right? Like when people just start randomly spilling
No,
secrets.
not
That
really.
from that
No,
moment.
you know that girl Bere insulted them. insulted them, called
Wait,
Nse
it's
Raz.
like we'll do the visit. We'll do the visit.
I don't think you
Speech.
understand the question I am asking. I feel like you're answering a completely different thing entirely.
No,
This.
the reveal of the secrets to me were a lot better than this one. It didn't feel as staccato as A Simple Life felt. A Simple Life felt genuinely like they were ticking off boxes on a list. Like, you go, you go, you go, there's a secret. The visit felt like you're revealing my secret because you have something against me, so I'm going to do my own back. And I think the reason why it worked for me was because I think it was already established within the first few opening minutes of the visit that these two women do not like each other. In fact, Bere could not stand both Blossom and Ince. She thought they were loud, messy, annoying, disgusting, classless, all of that. So there was a reason for her to be that vindictive and willing to say, oh, your wife is cheating on you. I know something you don't know. It felt a lot more set up. And so I didn't mind the ricochet and the domino effect of all the secrets coming out. I thought it was a much more smoother process than A Simple Lie.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Our summaries. Let's do that and leave here. Fi, do you want to start with your summary for A Simple Lie?
All right. So I liked the film. It was funny and entertaining. The dialogue was interesting. Fade was a highlight, and Boma's character was also funny in her own way. I think they gelled together as friends. They were the only ones that really had chemistry. The main dislike was the line about the health and how serious that was. I do agree it was a super serious thing to lie about, but I found that the film was entertaining and that it has good replay value for me. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Fi. Vanessa.
Oh, my summary is just two lines. Kasha Madupe, and let's not do this again.
Bless you. I think Oyinka, your summary.
My summary is that on a Sunday afternoon or any day you come back from work, you can put it on. It's okay. It's not changing anything. If you don't like it, change it and choose something else to watch. It's a meh.
All right. Thanks, Oyinka. Today I think it's you.
Yeah, my summary is that this movie was meant for a Roku TV or YouTube, actually. So I don't know. Maybe Netflix should send it, give it back to you now, take it there, kind of. But I won't recommend this movie for someone who is serious about Nollywood, who wants the best for Nollywood. I would never recommend this movie. No.
All right. Tara, please give us your summary. Tara, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here. Okay. I think if you just want to, like, on an unserious day, just a day you just want to chill out and just laugh at yourself or something, you can easily see the movie. It's relaxing if you don't get if you don't want something serious, basically. You can see it. You can enjoy one or two things there, and you can actually laugh because not everybody is as tight chested as me. So you may actually laugh and enjoy it. So I think for a lot of people actually thought it was a good watch. Quite a number of people, because a lot of people rated it 9/10, 8/10. So for people who don't tie their chests, it's actually very okay. People like us that tie their chests, that tie our chests, the day you just want to relax and have nothing serious to do, you can watch it. That's all.
All right. Thanks, Tara. Atash.
Summary, Kiki was the only highlight. I think she responded appropriately to all the situations presented. Summary wise, I would not watch it again. I would not recommend it. And I'm working very hard on forgetting it. So
All right. Mrs. C.
Yeah, I think Tara's summer was perfect, really. Like, if you used to tight chest, give it a miss. If you don't tight chest, sure, watch it. But I'm going to steal something from you and say it's actually fine. It's actually fine to just put it on in the background and hang out with your mates.
Yeah, when I said that was a joke, though. I mean,
Put on in the
you
background
can put
now
on,
for
but
streaming
put on the
service.
visits in the background. Put on the visits in the background. I'd rather that. That's the thing. Is like they just, if you have to go down this route, I'd rather you watch the visit than this. And I barely remember the visits. But I know this one is bad enough that I'm not comfortable recommending this. Yeah, my summary is no. Anyway, the order of things, I think, is coming to Netflix next Friday. That's a Dr. Sid movie. I think came out last year. I think that might be what we do next.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know whether if people want to discuss Wildflower. If not, that might be the other option. Maybe if I'm putting a poll, those are the only two options. I'm not adding anything that could potentially be this. Oh God. I
Sorry,
apologize
what's
for
the
any.
first option? Sorry.
Which one?
What was the first option other than Wildflower?
The Order of Things. It came out in cinemas, I think last year. I can't remember when we were discussing when Dr. Sid came on the space, but his film was around that time. So yeah, we probably will discuss that. I'm looking forward to watching that. It's a directorial debut. I think we saw him in the trade. He was actually not bad in the trade. Looking to see what he's like behind the camera. Anyway, but yeah, until then, thanks for all the people who joined us. We do this every Sunday, 6 p.m. And we will see you next Sunday. Thanks for coming along, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the episode. If you enjoyed listening and would like to join live, just follow us on Twitter at IrokoCritic and join us every Sunday, 6 p.m. West African time on our spaces.